Hello everybody and welcome to another video with Iron Gwyn. Yay! And today I am recording another LEGO review. This is my review of the... Sorry, I'm holding the camera because this is too big for my review station. Of set number 75097, the Star Wars Advent Calendar of 2015. This one comes with 292 pieces and 9 minifigures. So, let's get into what you open each day. So, I'm just going to unfold the tripod. Going to pull this out of the review station. I'm going to pull the station a little bit closer. I'm going to pull the books back. Okay. So, in day one, you get this. Actually, I can use what I normally use for minifigures for this, can't I? So, in day one, you get this. This is a small, simple little build. I think it's meant to be Jabba's sail barge, which is a cool idea. And yeah, it's very nice. Small thing. So in day two, you open this. I think this is supposed to be the Sarlacc pit. So these two will go right next to each other, and this will then get eaten by that. So yeah, the correct orientation is that, with this little clear piece down here. I don't know what the clear piece is meant to symbolize, but I know that this is the Sarlacc pit. So, sorry, my pile of stands is falling apart. Okay, so in day 3, you get this random little droid. I don't know what it is. I've never seen it in any of the Star Wars movies. It's got these tracks, some sort of pincer on the front, the lever on the top. I don't know what it's meant to be. I've never seen it, but it looks cool. So in day 4, you get your first minifigure, which is what most people buy the set for. I don't mind. I do quite like the minifigures though. They are my favourite bit of LEGO. So, for the first minifigure, you get a Jawa. So, what I've worked out is the first few things are from Tatooine. So, this is Jawa. It has a nice torso print. Can't see it. Let's move it more into the review station. And that just makes it harder to see. Bring it very close. There we go. So that's a nice little print, and you can see the face print. It's very kind of creepy. It's a black minifigure head with yellow eyes printed on it, and on the back there is a back torso print but no back face print, and it has the hood on normally. So day 5, you get a very big one, which doesn't go on the stand. You get a sand crawler. So this is a very nice one. It has nice tracks, and it looks like a miniature version of what it's meant to. It looks really quite good. So for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For day 6, we have a weapon stand. And what I think LEGO intended, I could be wrong here, this is just my perception, but I think LEGO intended that you do this. So you give the Jawa the taser from the weapon stand. It's a very simple weapon stand. It's meant to have a bit of tree But as I mentioned, this is from 2015, and every year I take him apart, put him back in the box, and I redo it each year, because the Lego calendars are really expensive, so just reusing the same one each year is actually much cheaper. It's not what I want to be doing, but it's good and it's enjoyable. So, for day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm just going to say next day, even though it's day 7, you get the Ewok Village. This is a really nice one. This is very flimsy. Oh no, that's just seeing it fall off the stand. These stands break off very easily. And as you can see here, that just broke off. The trees at the top, but it's really nice. There's even a little fire in the little Ewok houses and the tree. It's very nice. Very nicely designed build. You can tell what it is immediately. So the next one is really adorable, because the next thing you get in this set for the next day is the Ewok. This is a really nice specialized printed head mold. Beautiful little face. No back head printing. And if you take that piece off, that's all one piece. If you take that off, there's no torso or back torso printing. But you can put that on and you get a nice little Ewok. And with that weapon stand from earlier, coming back to that again, even though that's probably one of the most boring builds in here, you can still go back to it and grab the bow and arrow for the Ewok. So the next build, sorry, I have them all lined up here next to me, and I'm rebuilding them one by one as I go. So the next build is a Ewok's catapult. So it has a little tree, it has some spare ammo there, has the catapult there. And if we take one of these off, we put it in there, and we flick it. Well, that was stupid of me, wasn't it? Where'd that piece go? There it is. So, let's try that again. Let's try not to knock it off this time, and if we flick it, you can see that the little Ewok, the little rock thing, shoots out. So, the next one we move on to is another figure, and it is a stormtrooper. So, this is a nice stormtrooper with a printed helmet, a printed torso, and printed legs. Very nice. And a printed back torso. And underneath the helmet is the very generic face print that they use for all clones and all stormtroopers. This is a very common face print, like one of the most common face prints Lego's ever made. And yeah. So, next we move on to I think it's called a Star Destroyer. I may be wrong there. And yeah, this is a really nice small build. It captures the likeness. You can tell exactly what it is. You can picture the real thing in your mind. And yeah. Next we move on to another weapon stand. These are getting kind of repetitive now. Because next we move on to this. It has a red button and a lever with a grill at the bottom and 3 different types of guns. A regular stormtrooper gun, a pistol, and a sniper. So yes, I did just call it a regular stormtrooper gun. So I am now grabbing the stormtrooper, giving him the gun, and putting him back on the stand. So that you can see, you can give the stormtrooper the gun. So, now we move on to, I don't know the name of this one. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know the name of this one. but this is some kind of droid. It has the regular droid body and a funky head. If you want to, you can give it one of the guns. I'm not going to, because the guns don't fit in its hand properly, as its hand is sideways. But if you wanted to, you can give him one of the guns. So, next we move on to one of the most famous Star Wars things of all time, the Millennium Falcon. Now, it's missing its cockpit here. It has gone missing. And these antlers on the top don't come with the Millennium Falcon. They are just a spare piece for day 22. So I put them on the Millennium Falcon because that's what I wanted to do. Makes it more Christmassy that way. Yay! So next we get another turret. The last turret type thing was a catapult. This one looks like it belongs on the Death Star. This is a stud shooter. This has two stud shooters. Twizzles at the top. It has a grey base. It has some spare ammo there. Has that on the back. And let's just fire the stud shooters. So you can see that those fire off very easily, very simply. And they reload very easily as well. So, now if we move on to the next build, we get another ship. I think this one is called an A-Wing. I could be wrong. It's a very nice looking little ship. It's recognizable instantly. I do think it is an A-Wing. Oh, very sorry if I've got the wrong name there. And the next one is another figure, which is very nice. I really like the figures. And this one is a rebel in their snow gear. So he has a nice torso print, some leg print, which I think is meant to be white, but it's not fully white. A face print, and a backpack. We remove the helmet, and we remove the backpack. We can see that there is no back face print, but there is a back torso print. So if I put his backpack back on, and we move on to the next build of this set, which is an AT-AT. This is a nicely built AT-AT. It has fully posable legs. I can't pose these two because they're actually holding it up. The feet also pose, so you can move the feet round. And the head turns from side to side. It's also recognizable. I like it when they put in ships in advent calendars that are instantly recognizable. You can tell exactly what they are. And yeah, just makes it better. Now, we have another turret of some kind, but this one does not shoot, so it's not like the catapult. It's very weak and breaks very easily. There is nothing holding it together, but it's very posable. And yeah, these would be enormous, and they would be on Hoth, protecting the rebels from the Empire. This is from 2015, before the sequel trilogy was made, so this does focus on the originals, which is nice because they are the best ones in my opinion, because prequels are awful and the sequels are not the best, but they're not awful. Some bits are quite good and some characters are quite good. So this is counted as a minifigure. This is counted as a minifigure. So, yeah. This does add up to the count of 9 minifigures. It has... This is one of those probe droid thingies they have on Hoth. It has a load of these lever pieces. They can go up and down. And it has see-through to make it look like it's hovering. So it's like flying around. So the next one is kind of another turret, but it's also kind of another weapon stand. So it has a nice thing there, and it has a handheld stud shooter here that you can take off, and it has some refills for that there. So now if we go all the way back to the Rebel Scout bloke, we can give him the stud shooter. And yeah, that shoots just like the other stud shooters. And yeah, very nice. So next we are on day 22. So we are on to the really Christmassy things now. So this is R2-D2 with antlers, and unlike the Millennium Falcon, he's meant to come with the antlers. And yeah, he's a regular R2, so he has the same movement there as any R2 does. The antlers move a bit as well, and if you disconnect him from the base, his 2 legs move. So yeah, now we move on to day 23, which is Santa's sleigh. It's Star Wars themed, so it has lightsabers on the side, and yeah, a nice sleigh. And the last figure, the day 24 figure, is good old Father Christmas, C-3PO style. So this is an exclusive figure. The only exclusive figure, and he's a very nice C-3PO. He has a nice golden head, golden legs, golden arms. He has a sack of presents. He has back printing and front printing. He has a beard which you can take off to see the printed C-3PO head and the top of the torso. And yeah, this C-3PO can sit in the sleigh with his sack on the back. And yeah, looks proper Christmassy. So that is it for the builds. We can now move on to the instructions and packaging. This one comes with no instructions, because in each flap there are instructions. On the back of the box I showed you at the very beginning, there is a nice diorama thing. Has a picture of the front that I showed you, and it has a load of the figures. And this is removable from the front. It has a Tatooine bit. This is where you're meant to display the figures. That's where you can put the Sarlacc bit. You can put the Sandcrawler there. There's a Hoth bit for the Hoth figures. And a Endor bit for the Endor figures. And on the back of this, sorry, you can now see the books that this is balancing on. You have the very front of the calendar, which says Lego Star Wars, set number, 24 gifts, and a few of the different characters that are in this. And it's 2 R2 from 3PO. And it's got Disney because, yeah, Disney bought Star Wars. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this review, then thank you. And if you... please tell me your opinion on the set in the comments below. And like, comment, subscribe, all that garbage. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.